Well, here we are once more and once again. So, what crazy did we get into? Not terribly too much, I must admit. We had a good old fun. So, let's just go over what we are and where we are and all the rest of it. So, first slight problem. We had a case of we should actually be an astrologian tonight. I guess that one because I set the stream name for, have a fantastic evening as the way I like to claim things up. But then of course, we set it right. We set a minor setback, and boy, did we get one tonight. Got everything up early, got everything ready to play, just had to wait for the start of everything, and oh, boom. Kicked out, booted, and have to re-queue once again. Oh, so we're still in the queue waiting to get back into game. So, in the subset and all the rest of it, we've managed to figure out what we're up to. So we're currently just got a, hey, there's a queue screen, and damn it if there isn't a long wait still. About 886 ahead of us. Oh, well, with that, that's just the way it goes. And talk out to the ether. So, in the interim, just to make it a little more entertaining, I think we'll just continue on with a slightly tuned down amount of GASZZ jazz. What do you think? Just bring that into the background, just to make it a little more interesting and bring the volume down on it. So, anyway, I've had a chance to have a good old sit down, a good old think brink, and brainstorm up what we're up for the next little bit. So, I know a lot of people are racing into Pandemonium to do the Pandemonium stuff, hurrah! And I will be too, because that 600 gear, the 605, looks just tasty. And the 590 to get in there with, definitely want to do some of that. So I suspect what I'll actually be doing will be setting myself up for one MSQ nightly, hurrah. So that'll be the first sort of hour of our review, and then I will work on the crafting and gathering groups, because those guys I find more interesting. I far more enjoy having full crafting capability. So once we have our crafters to full, what we'll do then is I've got some back quests and stuff to that degree for crafting and gathering. And yes, there is no new collection group for the new set, but that's okay, because I could either hunt down the last two Heaven's Ward ones, not that I really care much about those two, but I might do it anyway, just to make sure I've got all the collection groups. Just a couple more. There's some quests that are in the Foundation. Of course, that's easy enough why they were skipped and missed. And then I guess it's just a case of go through, clean out the quest logs once I have that full. Maybe. Once we get our crafting up, what we'll probably wind up doing is focusing on getting our crafting gathering gear as high as we can. We still have some Sky Steel stuff to handle. Do as we did, we weren't able to actually get enough crafting done on that. So we kind of put it in the back and decided we were going to push the other level classes and just leave it at this, because, well, we had enough things blow up in our face trying to craft stuff. As it goes. Anyway. So, that's pretty much what we're up for. So, nightly MSQ, then we'll push the remainder of the mining to get that to 90. Ta-da. Then we'll go and get our botany pushed up. Then a night run off and see if we can catch all the fish. Or the dolphins come and thank us for them. Next thing after that, it will basically be, because we can only get 450 of the Astrolite tombstones, and I know I've mispronounced that royally rudely, so we'll just quietly grind those. It'll take a couple weeks before we can start replacing the summoner's gear with top stuff, so we'll just run, as I said, an MSQ nightly, bring up the crafting classes, do all the crafting class quests, once they're all up. That way, we're not bounding our pants around looking for this, that, and the other, as we do. Takes a little bit of the fun out of it, perhaps, a little more of the drama out of it, but it does make for a much smoother overall gameplay. Then once those are at max, we may have to hit back for Heavens on High, just as we did for some Samurai. Plus the others. Finish up Samurai to 71, then out to Bosun, get all those, do some Relic Run goodies, get all the memories for that, get them all their Relic weapons, and bring those up. If we're right, it won't take too long after Pandemonium is done for... I'd give it probably... because Pandemonium is a case if you're only allowed so many items per week out of it. I think it's 4. And it's kind of weekly tied in right now. With 4 tied in weekly, and you need like 8 for a weapon, it's 2 weeks plus time. It'll probably be at least... I don't know. 2 to 4 months, somewhere in there, before everyone has everything. At least for a full Radiant set that comes out of there. So, that'll be good. Watch a few reviews on that. Punch those through. Could do the extra couple of runs for Smiletron. Could do those. So I can't queue on Roulette, but I could queue those 2. Run one of them, then go for the other one. My gear's strong enough to do that with, at least. Yeah. Then once I bring all the remainder of the quest, other rolls up to 80, we can then do the last roll quests, finish up all the in-game quests that they have, the roll quests and all the rest for everything. I think that sounds like a brilliant plan of action. So we're going to focus more on punching levels and general gil than we're going to worry about end-game gear, because as long as we get the 590 from the totem stones, we'll be in a good position. Won't be the best endgame stuff, but it'll be sufficient to keep us well equipped. Oh yeah. So, queue's moving relatively quickly as well. We've got now just under 550 left to run, and I've done already a T. Isn't I just going through that a little fast? That may have to require a break after the quick run, perhaps. TA, as like most things, you only ever rent. Not in the pleasant ways. So, that's the layout. And like I said, barring anything else, it's this. Now, fortunately, I have my Go Fetch Miney setup plugged in. So, for the most part, we use a keyboard and mouse for doing all the dungeons and quests, because I'm not proficient enough with my secondary setup, which is a trackpad and commander pad. Sorry, trackball and command pad. So it does work quite well for going mining and stuff, because it's just, no wrist movements, no this, very ergonomic. Everything you need. It's great for doing drawing with if you can hold it right, but damn, it does it drive me nuts. You get so used to using one and then the other's just like... But that's the way it goes. Well, I suppose if there's a few more of you in the chat room, any of you, I might have a little less point here, looking like I'm talking to myself. It's all right. It's all right. I'm just, well, I'm not rich, so I guess you'd call me nuts versus eccentric. That's the way it is. Any other Warframe? Maybe, but possibly, like I said, I'm saving that for once we actually have a more regular schedule set up. Work hours are a little bit honky at the moment. Everyone's racing back to get everything sorted out. Server upgrades, details, stuff like that. You know how things go. What do I do? No. Shh. Quiet. The job I love to do, so yeah. Gonna have to be something chronic amounts of coin. Basically give it up, and even if I gave it up, I'd still do it. Like, you're gonna stream 24/7 now, yeah, but you're constantly still doing your yeah. But what? Because I love it. It's just one of those things. Figure out what you do in life. Figure out what you love, and do that. You never work a day in your life, really. Plus, the boss thinks you're absolutely awesome because you're always willing to stay after work a little bit, not realizing you just get lost in the work because you're having too much fun. Oh, that's just how it goes, isn't it, though? Right, no, fair enough. No, we had to give additional warning to our clanmates that streams are as they are. And we've got, technically, the clan leader coming back, hurrah! But Aslang is the clan leader, but not the the FC founder. Win it again. Right? It's a case of they founded the guild. We all had fun. Then work, unfortunately, as it always does, said they had to, work hard, play hard, and they didn't have much time left for the game. So they on-handed leadership to Aslang, and we've basically been stomping along and having an absolute ball blast in the meantime. Right? Oh, they're still around. We talk to them regularly. They just haven't been on in-game. Just a local private Discord, but that we don't tell anyone, except those are in the group. Obvious reasons. We don't have any proper full-time mods on that. So, that's how those things go, but as we do, we shall, in all things, keep going. Let's have a look how we do. So, good transmission, good ratings, good things, just good times all around. I know, I usually don't check that mid-turn because usually it's all now. But, hey, what can I say? We're down to 300. It's not bad. Oh, I don't know if you'd show up and basically everyone would go, hey, this just chatting. Yes, we are. That's pretty much what it's saying. Oh, probably. So, just pause that for a quick PowerPoint moment. Oh, I figured it wasn't quite right yet. So, it's just the way it goes. We're still waiting for the last few things on the queue. Hey, what can I say? like I said, a minor setback. Ah. No plan survives first contact with the enemy, or a laggy server. Oh, I must admit, this is a first. Oh, the heavy lag since Christmas when they released this? Oh yeah, fun. Oh, I don't overhold them blame. I mean, who knew everyone was going to show up at once? Everyone always has dozens of accounts on their books. No one expects them all to basically, ping at once. So, when it did, what can I say? Oh, usually when it's below the 500, it goes fairly fast. Oh, what other games? Well, there's a few other things I would love to do, but you gotta do certain games on private servers. Survival games are great when you're intentionally looking for content in the form of other players, but if you're looking to certain games, well, I wouldn't play them on the official servers because, they're not that much fun, especially the really creative ones. I was watching one of the other streamers crash through on Ark, and I thought, that's been a while since I've played that. I quite enjoyed it, except for someone kept killing all the dinos that we got. It was a sad thing. Also played it when it was first released, not that I heard, though from what I've heard, the bugs really haven't been fixed all that much. So, added lots of things to it, but didn't really fix that much. So, not in for a race to race back to that. Though I did have an absolute blast when I was doing it. I had one simple case for character build. No health, no bonus, no this. Just speed. Well, crafting speed only means something if you're crafting something in your hand. Raw. So, forget that. O2 only if you're underwater, but there's oxygen tanks for that, so forget that. Melee only means something if you run up and punch something in the face. And T-Rexes do not get punched in the face very well, so forget that. Hell, survive a couple bullets? Guns and dinosaurs are going to be the top two things that you smack people with. So, we'll just go full stupid speed. It was good until we ran off of I don't know how many cliffs we wound up going over the edge. Hell, slight hills turned into cliffs just from the amount of air we catch up. It's like, boom. Oh, it was pretty much easy because I could kite every single dino on the whole island. Give me a slingshot and I was gone. So, that's just the way it goes. Everyone's got their best way and worst ways to do things. And, hey, always going to be that way. Joined onto Rust because it looked pretty much the same, but without the massive amount of pain that dinosaurs are when you join the official servers. That was a good fun too, but too many people take that way too serious. They get really grumpy if you pop them in the head. I'm gonna rage you now. Go away. But unfortunately, people aren't that polite, especially if they figure out you're streaming. Like that, if I did that, it would basically be a record and straight to YouTube series. I wouldn't bother even streaming it. A private server, sure. Public server, no. Someone's just gonna run straight up to the outside and boom box with a megaphone and starts screaming all sorts of expletives and slurs and, you know, all in an attempt to get the thing, or even worse, to start blaring DMCA music through their friggin' speakers. I know Twitch doesn't have a conk with it, but YouTube certainly does. So, anything that we can't sort of, you know, can't sort of filter the words, or would they basically get booted fast if they sort of split that sort of stuff? No. You know, that control is just that much nicer to have. Oh, not long now, my gentlemen. Not long now, my ladies. Not long now to anyone else. We are only 37 left in the queue. Not 307 or 137, but 37 itself. Oh, you know how it goes. Everyone says it's easy to stream when you've actually got a game in front of you. If you're quiet, whoop-de-doo, who cares? But when you gotta entertain people, on your own-some, that takes a special kind of thing. That's alright. Middle of winter, and I'm already hunting for stuff for the morning plants. Basically get that garden going. Yeah. We're going to get some more Italian onions going as well. I forget what the other part is, but I will look that back up so I can get the garden running again. I think it was I needed tantaline plant, which I'm short of, and I don't think I can send my painter to go look for it. Blue peas. So the question really becomes, should I use the MSQ to push levels for all my warriors and stuff like that? Or should I use it to push for the end game gear tokens so that I can buy up, you know, all the gear stuff for that? That's the only real question. Wouldn't take too long to push each of the classes. Oh, for the record, I must admit, most of my glamours are all going to be the same thing. Made it a point just to do that. All the weapons are different, but no, we unified all my glamours for all the streamy stuff. Not because we're going to stream, but we unified all the glamours because it kind of had a more interesting feel. What do you mean? Well, just did. Right? Felt more like a warrior pulling, you know, guy walking with a sword on his back and a sword in his hilts. You know, you walk around with like 3 swords at your side, 1 on your back, an axe on your back, a pole arm on your back. Like, certain classes, I'm sure, would actually link in quite nicely together. Like Scholar Summoner, certainly you could. You could link both of those quite nicely because, first of all, the base class is the same. That'd give you healing and damage. You could probably even tie in... There'd be no point to tying in Red Mage, Black Mage, or any of the healer classes because you already have healing and damage magical tied in. Ranged weapon. Yeah. I think, honestly, Dancer would be the easier one to tie in to a Summoner Scholar combined build. Not just because I like Dancer, but honestly, the footwork and jumping around and stuff like that. Certainly. Yes, it does mean you're not throwing the book at them. Bad jokes. But what it means is, you know, it ties in because it allows you to do all the fancy footwork stuff, and I'm sure if you could tie it, you could tie it. I know the in-game lore is you can't, every weapon is distinct and so on, but... Well, if we assume the cutscene we saw in the beginning of Shadowbringers, where he changes his class dozens of times, actually changing his gear and equipment each time. You know, so you can't sort of punch things out with a monk anytime you want while being a paladin. Pretty awesome. It'd be like, hold, block with this and then just like go right into a spinny kick, right? Oh, there we go. Okay, back into it. Oh, let's just zip the doodar this, because now we're making all things confused. There we go. Oh, just tell everyone what's going on. Just give the heads up before I cut over, and let's go over. Zippity-doo. Alright, so we've got ourselves to, well, Gold Saucer. We came here with a quick point because we were early, and we were like, yes, we're in, we're early for the stream, we'll just, happily play a few games here to basically keep it from going. And, bad. But that did not work in the end. So, where are we up to doing? Well, I say we're just going to go straight into an MSQ crash bang because, well, we need to. And I'll say basically once I get my sort of top gear for my Summoner Scholar, then I'll worry about those, because by the time I do that, I should then be pretty much where we need to be. So, we're 89 minor, we should be able to get that tonight with some ethereals. Pretty much in the 70-71 spot for most of the classes, with Gunbreaker would probably be the one we push to 80 first. So, knowing me, I'll push Dark Knight via MSQ first, then Gunbreaker, Paladin, Warrior, then finish off the mages. Pretty close. Got all the rest of them up to 80. Some Heaven on High for Samurai, Ninja, Bard, Machinist, Black Mage, Red Mage. Blue Mage will be its own conniption. Right, just as we said. And, we'll basically black point from there. Now the problem is, because I'm a 5-minute here, they haven't actually got my roll list waiting number, so I don't know if I'm like, are you 6 from the mark, or are you 36 from the mark, or are you 300? Well, it wouldn't be 306, it's the main SQ after all. The point is, until I know where my roll list is for healing, I don't want to jump on a teleport, because generally, if it takes you a little longer to jump out the other end, there we are, 16, so really shouldn't. 16 means basically either in the next minute or two, we'll be on our way to an MSQ run. Now, we did Castrum the other night, so we might wind up with Castrum, or we might wind up with Pretoria. Oh! So which one would I prefer? Pretoria, as I said, Castrum tends to be quite quick. And, it's about 40, 45 minutes a run. Pretty good. Good experience, good money, blah, blah, blah. But the side point is this. So we'll do this. We'll run back to our squadron at Limsa in the aft castle because they'll be back with the survival manual. So we'll grab some of those, and then we will use one to be good for about 2 hours. Hooray! So we can go do some extra mining. So we'll get that handled. Then, usually under cooking, do you have any goodies? Yeah, looks like quite 85. We have carrot nibbles and iceberg lettuce. So there is actually, a little more experience here, a little more experience there. Goodies. Difficulty 3000. That's a little high, but we'll get there. In Q4, as I said, we're not going to make it in 5 minutes. Coming up on that 2-minute mark. Yay! Open tournament for the Triple Triad. Not bad with the game, I'm just not good chaos, and the add subtract ones always throw me for loops. I've got an average deck. You want a real power deck? You want a power deck, you want basically aces and twos. A deck that has cards that can basically go at the best cards, I think, are the ones that are basically corner cards. They've got sort of bottom and left, or bottom right, top and right, top. They've got the ability to block the corner versus the ones that have 3 on one side. They're far more useful because you can play them in such a way that you can block, right? Either you can block or you can play them in such a way that you can flip them the next turn. And you've got yourself the ability to play, flip, and then play and flip back. There we go. So, let's see. The Warriors signed up quickly. I signed up quickly. 2 of the DPS signed up. But there's the other healer and the last DPS. Alright. Searchlights in the text means we're on our way to Castrum. Power down the searchlights, find a way through the stronghold. It's a Castrum run, so this is going to be fast, quick, and very, very, very busy. City boy, let's see you run it. Those that paid attention yesterday, pretty much the same thing again. We're going to go make a mess. What was it they said? There's a mean piece go around. Everyone loading? Everyone's loaded. These are our top guys. Castrum, need to go, guys. My dog is burning. Ugh. Gotta put that dog out. Oh, we're only doing it for the end game tokens, so we're not worried. This is always the fun part. Oh yeah. No, we got a big old shield on us. We're good. We got a sage with us. Oops. Is our fellow healer. Yay! So that means they're a little heavier on shields, and so long as we've got only the one boss fight in him, because everything gears is straight tank and spank, except for Livia when she first starts, which is not a hard part. We should have very little problems outside of just general trash fight. There it is. Get a dot on it. Those. Got plenty of galvanized, we're good. Not an issue. So, yeah, no. The real sticks with Castrum is the comeback from cutscenes with the trash. We only have one of those cutscenes, really, and we've already been through it. So, provided the tank doesn't just highball it up the road without that one searchlight turned off, that's when we know whether we're in for a hard time or soft time at the top, and if someone gets on that gun or not. If someone gets on the gun at the top, then no, it'll be a nice, easy, simple run. Get a good night's sleep on this one. Nobody's chit-chatting in the logs. Oh well. I know, 26 gil, 26 gil, 24 gil, 20 gil. Not only did we beat all your friends up, we stole their pocket change as well. Yeah, no. Guild guys shared the meme piece of basically, hey, you wiped out all my friends and people and all this from the, the run down inside the ethers or ethereal sea. You wiped all my people out and all the rest. It's like, want to see me do it again? Here we go. Good times. Good times. We can't meme these two quests. What's the point? Down the garbage chute. Oh, what is it? Don't care what you smell, you hairy animal. Get down there. Up. So, who else is here? I've gone and disagreed and not even told what my fellow runners are for this night. How terrible am I? It's absolutely shocking, aren't I? So, we have Meteor Azim. And we have Javapathy. Just vibing. It's Ebrithil Pedriel. Now. Deadly Weight. Joy. Hirayuki. And Arthas Izumiya. Alrighty then. He did that. He didn't need to hit that, but he did anyway. We don't. Oh, I hate it when they take a step and fight down here. Right? I absolutely despise it. You can't do it anyway. You gotta find these incendiaries. Nope. Do not stand there, please. There goes the other one. Oh, crud. Someone's already run all the way up there. That's painful. That's his tank, too. That's the tank. Meteor Aza. Yep. Throw that on. Not stand there. Closing that up. Alright. Fine. It's fine. You can learn to heal this. You basically learn to heal all the lower dungeons. The real trick is everything before 50 is mostly, like I said, mostly global cooldown type healing. After 50, majority of your healing is off global cooldown. So, huzzah! Just sneeze. Terrible. Right. Fine. No rush anyway. Sid doesn't move till the key's picked up. Now we know what question mark is. 90. Really? Nope. We're going to have a dirty fun. That's interesting. I don't think either of our shields, I think both of our shields are basically stacking. Put that one. Where's Sid? Sid? Indeed. Did anybody check to find out where City Boy was? Just behind us? Oh no, here he comes. Yep. You knew that one was going to happen. We don't need that. We don't need that. Anyway, here's the big guy. Here we go. Whispering Dawn is heal over time. Fight, are we? Oh, it's all good. Everyone's just sitting there nice and high in health. You did more damage than actually trying to heal. That's the way you heal. They just do it by basically doing damage and targeting one or two guys to basically patch all that extra damage they do to healing, which is great. Other people basically split it out the other way. So, the zoo. Right? But you know, the fairy does most of the healing between my shields and the sage's shields, and the sages heal over time by damage, and my heal over time. Fairy, like I said, in a straight spanking tank like this, the tank should be like not even touched. Right? Between the fairy healing them and me healing and his power healing them, it's just like, yeah, no, that's every auto attack dealt with. It's just dealing with the there's no tank busters. Uh-oh, it's broken. Sid can't fix it, so it's really broken. What happens? Oh, there's a good question. I haven't really posed that one. Oh, dead weights while looking up to their name. What happens if during a run, if anything, you wind up crashing out? That's a great question. Okay. stuff, we'll be good. But monkeys. They're up there. Where are you? You down here? Awesome. Not bad. There we go. Oh no, Aslang's dropped out. So, Guild Leader has set off for the evening. Explosions are still loud. And that's okay. They're in a different time zone than we are. We're Mountain Standard. They're not Mountain Standard. So it's actually later for them right now than it is for us. Like everything, everyone's back to work, so much as we'd like just to sit here and play games all day, which we pretty much did in the weekend, and the long holiday we had for all December, which was really easy. It really wasn't hard to convince bosses to give me an extra long vacation period with poof as it was, running around. Fire the guns! Fire the guns! Yes. Uh-oh, we're making a mess. Not making a mess of the place. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be interested in all my talents. Just the combat-based ones. Let's stand there. Yes, move to the sealed area. I do restart that. Not that it's a hard thing. Oh no, I have aggro. Oh no! Help! Hey, it's another group of movies. There, boys! Smack you all in the pooper! As the demo man says, that's what you get for touching that. Lotions are good. Da-da-da-da-da. How could you be such a thorn in our eye? It's simple. Just happen to be really, really, really powerful. And the simplest thing is Heidelin protects me from a few of your nastier doo-doos. On, get her. He's standing. Everyone got that except for you. You're somewhere. Bam. 50 more astronomical tomes. And just because you're vibing, we'll give you a condiment. So you did a good job. Alrighty. Okay, that brings our current currency to, we may have to spend these two, or raw. We only earn this many this week. Everything's all up to date. Yep. Let's go get some more Gatherer script. Oh, and the reason for that is I've actually repaired this myself, which is why it's well over 100%. The advantage when you use dark matter, you can actually get several more runs out of stuff without ever having to stop to repair it yourself. It's up like 200%. So, where are we off to? That's easy. We're gonna head over to Limsa and this, and if the game crashes on us again, we'll drive off into Warframe as our backup game. So we will have to adjust our schedule. Oh, we'll make some changes there. Change it up, say basically, you know, if maintenance is there, we'll be playing Warframe. If we crash during the game due to queue times, we will be going to Warframe. Or we will start something else. Play a different game. What do you think? I think. Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, Mountain Blade, Bannerlord. That might not be a dumb thing to go to either. Either stay in the MMO world or stay in the RPG world. Just because it's never wise to play two MMO RPGs. It takes so much, like, you couldn't play this, and maybe you can get away with Eve, the background, but you couldn't really play any serious ones that require you to actually be online to level skills and abilities. That's why I said you could probably get away with Eve, because you can actually level those abilities while you're offline. short time I played Eve, it's got a learning curve that says you really are going to get a boot in the pants trying to learn this game, at least when I tried it. I did enjoy its offshoot, though, that was there. I know they've got Railjack as the offshoot right now. Dust 514 was a good offshoot for that, too. I enjoyed basically lapping the fact that I could plug in my Logitech keyboard and Logitech mouse into my PlayStation 3 and play it. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be within the 6 feet. Ooh, no. Okay, so help us the 12 ones. So, let's find out what time it is. 10 to 12, so we've already missed those. So we're still looking at 10 to 12, 4 to 2, and 4 to 6, which means if I go to the botany one, this one here is 2 to 4. Okay. Well, that means Garlemald is the run to go to first. Am I burning? Let's find out where we go from. So, Gear Albania, Bulgar's Reach, we can get there for 370. Gotta do it to figure out where to save what we can. Right, now from Rolger's Reach, take a look at our teleports. It's 271 to the Almeida border. That makes it 600 and something. But, quick jump on the bird. Not that I've been here a dozen times. Should be an airship pilot here. That cost me nothing. And now we're here. Well done, McGee. That means we're coming in and it was at the train here. Okay. Oh. Everyone just like crashed in here. I want this one, obviously. And I want to get as high as I can. So, gives us 3 of them. There's no way we're going to get 15 out of that. Now that means we're off to... Roseanne's not that far from here. Okay, so I said Fanland for some reason on my notes here, but I'm pretty sure it was after rock salt. Just check that. It's at 600 and it's only 500 back. And I've got to wait the last couple bits anyway. And if it is outside Fanland, then yeah, I'm there already. So, okay. I'll have to see if I can put a poll on my front page. That's what came first. All those don't appear. Well, it's coming up on 4 o'clock, that's what it is. 4. Liking that? No. It's not there. Not there. Right. You don't show up until 6. You're not worth going after. You just ult anyway. Ping, 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 ping. So really, so that's not till 10. This is the next one on the list. That's not up till 6 in the morning. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Okay. Would have been 1,000 to return me otherwise. So... Alright. go, we go. Well, it shouldn't take too long. I mean, it's only going to be like 15 minutes or so. What's up here anyway? Smack some moon rocks. Gather some samples. Subject you all to my terrible singing voice. There we go. 85 mineral deposit. What do we have? Bismuth ore. Alright. I'll mine some. Saw another. There it is. I probably will have to come out and mine like a few stacks of this stuff. I'm honest. Okay. Oh, pretty much. Well, we know we're going to need this for the new leathers, for the new leather working. How far away is the next one? 75 feet east up here. So it's sort of like this little corner. I would assume there's other gravel over there. Like I said, I know we get like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, if we have an orange. Oh, that's right. I didn't pick those up, did I? You do get a little bit of more experience that way. But still, when we add up the get the half that, so 26, 27, and 30, something like that. It really is the long way to level up. Right? You're only making like 80,000 to go. Right? This is as much as we're going to get. So it's 27, 28, 30, 35, 35. So that's 70,000, 100,000, 150,000. We'd be here all night hammering away and just chipping up that little experience bar down there. Right? Turn-ins and the tags are just so much faster. A few weeks of turn-ins, and we're basically at top. Technically, there's still some botanist quests I can do for one group for some beast quests, so I could do those for some extra turn-ins. I can do that for botany, because I still have Coral group to basically max out on reputation. Not that it would matter, I can still do their quests. I still have to do the dwarves anyway. So I could race over and do their quests, their beast quests as well. So I could do 6 for them, the Coral for gathering plants, and then 6 more for the other guys, the dwarves, in the first. Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan at all. Then I can get my beast quests completed for the week as well. And that'll open up my bit more too, besides for 15 daily beast quests. Yeah. Right, that's an extra 3,000 gil awarded to me for the money to be. All I need is like 2 at full score, so I'm sure someone's figured out the ideal rotation. Suckers! Well, we definitely got enough there. Let's get back to Razehan. Now, with your collectibles that you can turn into your custom deliveries, generally if you do it as a one class, you can hand it in as a secondary class, which is kind of cool. But these ones, not so much. Just waiting for it to come through. A bat. Nice. Okay, so what's the botany when you're looking for palm log? You'll do me a million for those. Okay. That's 2 to 4, or yeah, it's 2 to 4 for that. Oh, we got time. Let's go do something else in the meantime. So we want to go to. And now, yep. Then we can do our quests from there. Then we zip over to it's in Tomra. Then we do a quest there, and just watch where we wind up. So that's our minor to 90. Yeah. Oh. And we're going the wrong way. That's where we're going. mean you haven't finished these guys' quest line? No. Why? We ran into a case of we reached the top of our quest, so... Easy enough. Let's go zippy-doo. Oop. Oh, upstairs. The dogo is making a noise, oh. The upstairs, yo. I know, because we're broadcasting from the basement. Now there's splendid mugwort. Now we'll just finish it off with crystals because there's no point carrying them over the rest. We gotta fly through. You do have to fly through. Either that or I do this and then fly through, one of the two. Do it this way. This way is easier. There's the sparklies. A little too far zoomed up the bum of the car. It's a great rear end, but don't need it that close. Zoom, zoom, zoom. The advantage of not doing everything all at once, you get bonus points. No. Yo. Woohoo! It's someone's house. I don't know. Oh, it's just like I said, having played many a game in their buggy early phase, it's like, yeah. Game I'm technically sad about. There's a good question. I'd have to say it would have been Worlds Adrift. It had a lot of promise with it. I'm sure some people go, what one's that? And some people played it like, yes, I agree, it had so much. It really did have an absolute, a huge amount of potential. The only problem I saw with it was the economy was backwards. By that, what I mean is backwards economy basically favored a small group working together. It's like, oh, versus solos. No. Right? It favored a small group of people working together because the problem is the resources you need, you couldn't really take them off players. You had to take them off the world. And a group of people can always pull resources faster than any one group in alone. We're not worried about that. But basically, most high-powered, poofy jet engines took next to no fuel to run on, so you could get away with just 2 small fuel tanks, which meant they could build these tiny little gun-covered box boats. And that was why the meta was what it was. The economy, fuel economy of those engines was such that why build anything else? Building bigger basically slows you down. You lose in the weight economy. Right? You get these little fast little attack boats and manned by 2 or 3 people, and that was pretty much the whole meta. Basically, if you could outrun someone, you did. If they couldn't outrun you, oh well. I know. I'm technically past that, aren't I? Not really gonna make experience with them. Reputation, yeah. Experience, no. That was worth coming over and doing anyway. Give me 3 cordials. We were only wasting time anyway. He's only collecting this, though. Bomb lock. We're not high enough a level to get the other side. Oh, that's okay. No. We're not doing this for experience. We're doing this as a way to waste some time, get some goodies. We've been all over the place, but we haven't done a lot of things. Can't compare those yet. No, there you go. 199%. Not just 100%, 199. Like we say. always the fun part, isn't it? Oh, let's go see what's over here. Oh, let's see what the goodies are in the area. Rum. So we're going to need an absolute ton of this again. We're flown it, haven't I? Too far away. Bonus points for basically first crack. Really? I know. We could spend a very long time going back through a whole log and make sure we've got everything too. Uh-huh. That's definitively a possibility. Iron golfs grounds. Well, the trick is we have to get them anyway. So where's that? Giant balls brown. Oh, you do not have any paprika. Up there. Need to do this because that way once I've actually, because you can't send retainers after certain items until you've at least picked them up once. Basic rules. So if I want to send my retainers after this material, Sena in this case, then I need to hit some patchworks. Where the bushes? Ah, there the bush. Now I gotta figure out where the emerald crystals are hiding too. Got time. I have to spend an afternoon, I guess, in the weekend doing a thorough clean of my inventories of my retainers as well. They are currently, well, full. unfortunately, a lot of stuff that's just not necessary. Alright, so we look at this. It's a Garlemald. It's a Mare. It's a Labyrinthos. Okay. I gotta go up there anyway, so... While I'm out and about, I may as well grab the remainder of the doo-doos. Doo-doo-doo-doos. There you go. Fix that. That tree's here. Need a lot of stuff. Like I said, until I learn what I'm actually needing to mine in quantity. Oh, that's... not what I was looking for. Oh, we'll grab that anyway. Okay. That's just going to be a pain in the butt. Butt. Speaking of butts. Miss Tina of Tiny Tina fame, I hear, has a new game coming through called The Wonderlands. Yeah. Scary, isn't it? Come on. It's super easy to mine a lot of stuff. Right? When it comes to crystals, wind crystals are the ones that just you go through like they're butter. You know, I've got to go find some ephemeral. That's going to be like going into Bud. Ravania. Yeah. At certain times in mining and using botany to get those. And then turning all that stuff you get to ethereal reduction just for straight up tons and tons of crystal. Oh. Ooh, crap. I can't get that one to him, so I'm gonna have to do this one. Now we zip over to Raze Han for a quick trailer report. Tune in these goodies. Bum bum. You know, titles that are, well, see, that's 200,000 at most. Really gonna take another 24 hours for that? Certainly it will. That's blue. That makes for a boring episode. Well, if we get a couple of these, we can do it. Just north of there, huh? Alright. We'd need, at 200,000, we'll need at least 4 of them. Okay. Well, that's going to just absolutely stink the line up. And it's got a timer on. I won't even bother flying. It's just that much more time to this. We'll wait for a 600 because our thing's costing me 200. So just one more flip, please. Nope. So that brings us up to 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. I was right. We'll be ahead of us somewhere. Yeah, it's going to take 4 of these to do it. Oh, I could probably go after one of the other ones without the turn in, because I've not made the 81. It's sort of the case of, here's the horse, there's the cart. No one wants to play with the horse unless the cart's included. I don't need it there anymore, is it? Think about it. I can almost put both of the truth of horse, the truth of this here, and just basically spread out my abilities a bit more, because technically that over there. Oh. You know, I suppose if I was sort of the running around type, here's Anna, to highball and Berg round. Let's see, earning 25,000 to go times just over 5. It's like already said, it's about 150,000. That's loot. At the highest end. So that would probably give me, oh, I don't know, what? 2 items, 3 items, something like that. I forget which part of the quest that was on. Oh yeah, never mind. So now I have to wait to wrong button. So we've got what, 3 of them plus a verified Duraloom, but the turn in 600, isn't it? 400. Right. Oh, I know. I'll have to do a pit stop and have Sena take a whole bunch of redundant stuff off me. Same with Freya. Eerie. And I suppose I just need to take all the junk that's in their inventories, figure out if it's questable type material or redundant material, and then just trash all the redundant material. Oh, that's a weekend project. That's a go spend a weekend doing that. Wouldn't drag you guys in on that. That's just basically me sitting there going, yep, need it, need it, need it, need it, want it, need it, need it, want it, need it. I'm gonna waste time No. Right? That's a no. Right? I still have to go open these boxes over here now that I know what I'm after. So I'm just going to crack all those and just hand all the stuff that doesn't look good over to, yeah. So the 80 gear I can get by using tokens. Right, I can get good 80 gear by basically getting the augmented Crypt Walker, Crypt Lurker stuff from Mulemore, which is the 80 set. That lasted me almost right to the top anyway. So that's what I mean. Right? So yeah, you know, this is pretty much what you're up for doing. You know, it's like standing around waiting for this. Yeah, it's dull and it's boring, but it goes a lot faster than than basically mining stuff. The only reason why you want to spend your time actually raw gathering material, like I said, you don't earn a huge chunk of experience. And the only reason why you're doing it is because you actually need the materials. You gotta be getting pretty decent with this. Okay. Even though I'm botanist, this still only counts for this type turn. Luncheon toads, rather palm leather, amateur. That's only worth token grind. Even then, not really. At least I know what those are now. Those are for the purple. Problem is this experience point makes very little sense because you have to be 90 to get them after them. Alright, I forgot. 81, what's the other item there? Sending me after now? You're not. Roughly 6 of these logs to go up again. That's blue. And these aren't worth doing. You're just better off just grinding material. What do I mean by that? I mean, it's far better just to go here and mine all and just basically complete the logs. It would be to try to do the upward gather. That's what I mean. Ah. Okay, that's the tree. Right, so pretty much. Yep. Faster just to do that. Okay, so that means that's the moon, which still need labyrinthios for those. Those they won't gather. Emerald rocky outcrop. So okay. So we've got all we need here. Next up. Please. Okay. So it's cheapest to get to the moon from Garlemald. Yep, that's that spot over there. Oh, been a bit of a, in my opinion, then, because I've seemed to have. Yep. Nice. Oh, did I not? I did not. Oh, well, that's a good thing we check these things first. I must have fledged that one. Then we go over to take a ride to Limsa, take the boat over, and then we zip down to Labyrinthos. That's super cheap to do it that way. It's only 500. Or we could just go straight there, I guess. Oh, no, it's just the way we do things. Need to have the top-end mining and top-end stuff in order to basically allow you to... Alright, now, before I go anywhere else, I needed to check the recipe. Carrots of happiness, cucumbers. This happiness juice is the lettuce, water, and peppermint. Where we get this from? Oh, Alabath is fine. Fair enough. But we'll just basically fill up on cucumbers. And some snowflakes. That's good. That seems a bit unusual. Of course, it's the other corner. No. So you just turn in all your old equipment for seals, and you turn in your seals for ventures, and then use those ventures to basically send people off to go get more goodies for you. You run dungeons while your retainers basically run all this stuff for you. Yeah, it does take time to get everything up. Okay, that's that. That's that. Perfect. choices found. Zoom. Wait, what? Oh. Excuse me, I need... No, I cannot brain right now. I have the dumb. Excuse me, my brain don't work. I have the dumb. That'll be one of those items that we really want. Not. Oh, I suppose. I got 2 hours beforehand and one more potion, so yay. Why not? Oh, it's only those two. And I like how they've added that. That's nice. I could, but that'd just be silly. You do it all at once? You could. You could do the main quest and stop and do the rock hunting and the fixing and crafting and everything else. I don't generally recommend it until after you've got your flying, because it's not easy to get to where you need to go. otherwise. Right? And plus, without your high enough sneak, that's the only one there I need. That's just the 2 timers, the quartz, and the other one, which are ephemerals. And I will be needing to do a lot of that because that will be reduced to aetheryte sand. I'll want to boost my... There'll be some etheric sand or something similar to build the items that you need. And you'll have to put together like 90 gear that you'll have to disenchant to get the top materials out of it to be what it needs to be. Definitely punches a hole in your money jumping around like this. Oh yeah. This is why we stacked a whole pile of gil before we came into this thing. No. We were just up for stacking gil and effect. So be it, so be it. Level 90 map party up in PF needs. Okay, and Ivory Mage. We'll go with that. Unspelled vanishes from sight. I should say I cut it down and chopped it into logs. Didn't disappear, I'd be worried. Five of those, and they're roughly 1 million piece, I will be real close to topping it out. Really close. Annoyingly close. You're not going to give me another one? Hey, oops. I need another 5 logs. Alright. I was just thinking of you too. Nice. Do you take yes. Perfect. All the plant material went in there. Wait, no, the cedar had to stay. Yeah, the cedar has to stay. Nope, rosewood's a special kind of log. Pretty sure of it. Oh no! Oh boy. No, we'll keep the iron. Spectrum, cobalt, gold, platinum, scheelite, brown. Needed that stuff for something. Light for the rhodonite though. Opal penalite, can't remember. So I was obviously doing stuff with that. Dark steel always stays. I was making stuff with that. Yes, I know. Work for the moment. Yes, we are good for the moment. Now there's a merchant around here somewhere. Perfect. cost too much to go back to him, so we'll go back here, we'll throw this in. I don't think we'll get another, was it, at least another, 6 seconds to thing, isn't it? Something like that. About 2 hours and 3 minutes. Oh, aren't you just fun? Come on, whip it. Hard banging it out over there. More than likely, they've got the full form and everything. Eternal Dark. They got the Divine Light. Nifty. Okay, so like a lot of people are lying around the latest and greatest stuff up. Oh, that's fine. 580s and stuff like that. Bounty boxes, million. Put this over here. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I need to go up and talk with my squadron. They've returned. Put them off all day. Well, in the meantime, I guess what we can do... It won't happen for half an hour, will it? No. And it kind of ploops on you guys because I kind of started late because I had to wait for the queue to get in. So we basically had a 15 to 30 minute chit chat session. There was many people complaining out there about it. Ah, see? Oh. And full of cobalt rings. Alrighty. Yay. That's the wrong one. Never mind. Engineering manuals are good. I thought I had some of those. The only person that might have them. Pretty sure I didn't burn my way through them last time. I think these ones will sell for very well. We'll go check. sure they're like only going to be like worth maybe 100 a piece. They're only worth 100 a piece. It's that. In which case, we should raise chocobos. Yeah, that or see if there's some quick round of main. Oh, that should do it, actually. That'll do it. We're going to have a quick round at the end. It is, after all, Tuesday. We'll set that. Well, anyone sitting on those, Karina is. If there's anything random or odd, chances are I gave it to her or Sane. Nope, just chocobo tags. New. What are they selling for? 5,000 a piece. They're really selling for that? Oh, wow, they are. Well, I'll sell them all for 3,000. Nice, all clean. Let's see. Good checking. Difference between a full ranked match and a quick rank. Novice, advanced. Yeesh. Well, be honest. Oh, it's only for a couple helmets, the gold helmet, this helmet, and for partition board, which is nice, but it's a housing item that I don't really have a use for. If it's anywhere, it'll be at this. Now, the quick full match, well, a proper round of proper Ricci rules, because that's the rules used. Mahjong is 4 rounds of the 4 winds. You go east, wind, everyone gets a turn. East, south, west, north. And each person plays that. So each person plays basically 4 matches at east wind, west wind, north wind, south wind, and that's the end of the game after everyone's played all 4 sides. What we're playing is we're basically doing on a full ranked match, and here you play east wind and then you play south wind. And a quick match is basically 1 round around the park. It's just a quick 1 round. I think 2 hands at east, 2 hands at south. Something like that. Now, the one disadvantage is the game will let you set the Dora, which is the bonus. Those who don't know. Oh, you know how it goes. Chest, please. For a 490. Say 560 at the moment. $866 for 60. Okay. Not a huge step over the hand sales. Not really. Okay, that one is. High quality is. Only got one to it. I haven't seen the Mastercraft books, though. No. Pupper's fine. So, oh no, we got 3 people so far. That's pretty good. Looks like we'll probably get a go in a moment. It'll probably be a quick rank match. 2 quick rank or 2 full rank or a combination thereof will earn you 5,000 Mandeville gold or pieces points. So, huzzah. And that's not bad. Straight game though. Gin Rummy would be the equivalent card game for it. Oh, you dumped the last moment. It didn't take him too long. Didn't get in at 5 minutes. I'm leaving. Obviously, someone's never played a DPS in their life. Good one. For the record, when you play a tank, you basically never have to wait. Playing a tank means never waiting for a party, or at most you wait 5 minutes. Playing a healer, as of recent, pretty much just because the number of people playing Sage is huge, so tanks are the guys in need all the time right now. So currently a tank is like, no one's waiting at all if you're playing healer. You wait a little bit. If you're playing a DPS, that can be up to 30 minutes before you're allowed into an actual thing, so it's just the way it is. But you have to try this, right? The further away from Tuesday, the harder it is to get a match going, because it's people who actually play this. Like, they are the ones who play Mahjong on a regular basis. No, you can run into them at just about any time. Right? They'll run into you anytime, any place for a match. But this is not good for this, so we're going to dump that instead. And we'll just race some Chocobo instead. It's just going to be waiting way too long for you guys in the back there to watch, so instead we'll just, blitz the Chocobo. Oh, this is where we hang out. Like I said, we run an eatery. Right? Oh, there we go. Yep, you can be any class you want to run Chocobo races. Good. Anyone we're racing? Nope, just all the bots. All right. Down the middle for the niche part. Zoom. There are individual lanes in this, so... And all this is done on the server side, so... Your stamina is basically how fast your bird gets to the job. It's from point A to point B. Lathered basically runs down your stamina faster, so you want to back off your never mind. Back off your acceleration for that. You can only select names from pre-selected words. You don't get to call them this. So, Meteor is the equivalent of the blue shell. Nope. And he splatted himself anyway. So yeah, the meteor thing we just got hit with is the equivalent of the blue shell. So, you get hit with a blue shell, it just stuns you, so it slows you down, and it wastes a large chunk of your stamina. Anyone who's not in first place gets a chance to get bonus experience and MGP. Challenge logs are good. Get as many of those out of the way as you can. Gosh, I was basically smacking the, out on a limb. We're doing very well with it, and then basically it basically blew up on us and crashed the game. Like, no! I gotta stream in a couple hours. It's like, I gotta stream in an hour and a bit. Don't do this. Right? All we had to do was fuzz around and do nothing for, race chocobos for an hour. In a general thing, you always get a race within, if you don't get a party within like 30 seconds to 40 seconds, it will start you on a you versus bots. Right? Guaranteed. If I play Vermilion, actually, let's head to Gold Saucer and actually go over the other games. This is the best way to make Manderville Gold Points, or MGP. This is the best way to do it. You've got the most control over it. You don't have to worry about who you're facing. There's very little luck on your opponents. Just gotta make sure you don't do dumb things like walk into stuff. Right? It's just straight up a bit of fun. Hitting sprint pads like that, best advantage of it is while you've got sprint, you cannot be lathered. So basically, it's a few seconds of this. Now, pressing, of course, your WASD keys, the AS, left and right arrow or whatever on your control setup allows you to get left and right. Alright, it's crappy weather. My birds run better in crappy weather. Damn it, he's got Hero Tonic. Come on. Yeah, we got meteored at the end, and I saw it there, and I knew the third guy was going to get one. It happens. Still gained a rank. Your Chocobo race is basically from 1 to 40 in ranks. Technically, you can go up a few more ranks after that, but 40 is when you can retire them for breeding purposes. There's a quest that gives you your first Chocobo, grade 1. You can get with some gil, you can get your first, or sorry, no, it is MGP. With MGP, you can buy your breeding pass to get your first breeder. And you can buy, each bird that you retire is worth 10 breeding cycles. Just take a straight transport there today. Mini Cactpot is Mini Cactpot, no bonuses there. The 3 main games are Triple Triad, Lord of Vermilion. I've got a garbage Vermilion deck. An okay Triad deck. Yes. So, in terms of MGP generation, Chocobo Racing is the best. You breed your birds. You can breed your birds perfect. You can train your birds. You can train your birds perfect. Basically, there's very little that goes wrong. There's a tournament over there. That's why I'm not signing up. Triple Triad is literally people who will challenge the world. They've got the card over it. You have a percentage chance to get the card. It costs you, please. It costs you a play to get in. Reopen means I get to see 3 of their cards. Random start. It's whoever's got control over the most cards at the end. And okay. You know what rules are in play? Like, we challenged him. It's 3 open and plus, right? Which basically it says cards played 2 or more cards sum the ranks is identical. Other cards are flipped. 3 open is this. So basically, if the 2 sides would equal 13, you flip the card. Okay. It's a weird one, but that's the way it is. And there's other different types of play. Reverses, which basically reverse the rules. So aces aren't the most... ace isn't the highest power there is. It's actually the lowest, and so on and so forth. The problem with Triad is you need to earn an absolute ton of Lord of Vermilions played here. There's also a bunch of extra minions if you don't have them. Okay. So, basic parts of this game. Yeah, we'll just do this to show. We've got to destroy towers and or people summon abilities to basically win. And basically, it's RTS time. We control everything like an RTS. We've only got the one spawn point at this point. Everything's got different costs to them. That's it. Yay, it's a challenge. I've already beaten it. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's RTS. There's a straight balance. It's a 5,000 just to do a one match for it. So basically, every minion you find in game, from the kitty cats to, even Y'shtola, Alphino, and all the rest, they all qualify. Now, they fall into 3 categories: beast, poppet, beast, monster, and gadget. And as it shows you, monster beats beast, beast or critter, critter beats poppet, poppet beats monster, gadget is equal to all, but basically not strong against any. They'll have a speed, an attack, this, how many hit points they have, their total ability, what they're effective against, either search eyes, gates, shields, or Arcana stones. You destroy all the Arcana stones, you win, you guard your Arcana stones, you defend them well. Certain ones have, single target, others have area effect. Right? Single target, multi-attack. Okay. Some are strong against certain things, some aren't. So, multi-attack, slow speed, pop it. Just as an example deck. That's Vermilion. Right? But to play it right, you're playing against other people all the time to make the large dollars, which means it's an RTS against other people. You may or may not succeed in that. Versus, like I said, chocobo races, you breed the bird, you train the bird, you upgrade the bird. Right? And when you do race against people, it's literally Mario Kart, Garfield Kart, Parlor Kart type system. Speed boosts on the ground, red ones avoid, purple are slow. Here, Hot Flower. Alright, Hot Flower, let's go. And he's got a sprint initially. Alright. His bird may be faster than mine. Possible. Spiderwebs go backwards. They distract your opponent so they can't use it. It's a straight sprint to the end. And you didn't have enough stamina, but I did. And I was holding on to my ability at the end. Stamina will beat speed more often than speed. Right? Because it's all about if you can maintain the highest speed. Sprinting at the beginning doesn't help. Yay! Up for challenge 1. What do I mean by that? Well, if you can maintain a good speed through the whole track, you will generally win more races or position high enough in races, which means your chocobo will go up in level faster. Then, if you get feeds, which you can buy from the Tack and Feed person here for for MGP, you can buy this here. All this stuff costs MGPs. right? These are your covering permissions for basically producing new birds. And you can only use one permission with an actual red bird. When you go to train them, select your feed, and then you've got your stats. You know, my speed isn't much, but my maximum speed can be quite high. Right, by training in, like I said, your options are, you can go full speed, full endurance, full stamina, but stamina will, on average, pay off higher. And ideally, your bird, when they're fully trained, 4-star and everything, will basically be speed, stamina. Acceleration is how fast you get to top speed. So, acceleration you could dump. Cunning is basically how fast you can change lanes. So usually the big three are speed, stamina, and endurance. Endurance being the one that basically allows you to run longer before becoming lathered. So that's the general concept. And like I said, whenever you want to race, you just open up wherever you are. Say you're going to race. 30 seconds later, you're in a race. Usually at sort of low mediums, it's generally 1 or 2 people, maybe 3. The highest I've ever had, I've actually had a full race, but that's when they were doing a big old. But usually you don't wind up with that many people racing in between stats. So I'm racing G5 birds at the moment. Hey, I got another person. So we're only really interested in basically beating the other person. And we have Blue Moon on a yellow bird. Unlike, yeah, it's just fun. That's a starting ability. Don't rate that one very high. Sometimes being in the thick of things is going to hurt you more. Bacchus Water, which is the little hourglass-looking thing I just hit, that basically puts someone in frenzy. They can't slow down, which means they can't double grab a ball. Ha, ha, ha. That's little bird above their head. Grab a ball is basically a slow. It's the ball and chain. Fire Caltrop is basically AoE. It's doing quite well, actually. Oh well. Basically, it's AoE effect around you that basically strips stamina. Goodbye. Straight sprint to the end. I've got more than enough. Yeah, you don't run into creatures on the track, obviously. Wasn't going to change for you, my dude. Wasn't going to change for you. Blue Moon was already across the line at the end. Yeah, no, fast bird. But they led the race for about the last third, so hey, I get the bonus. Extra experience. Plus, there's an extra experience awarded for however many people are running at the same time. So your MGP depends on what your bird's rank is. So once again, if we open up here the gold saucer, our chocobo, we're currently an R100 bird. Rank 18, but the R rating here, this is where our bird ranks for racing. We're just entered into this. There's our current experience, our current stats, our current race abilities. Hereditary abilities, of course, only get bought from birds that have been bred. So your first bird's only going to have one acquired ability, but all the offspring from that bird, plus the any others you breed them with, you get to have a hereditary ability. And your hereditary ability you get to select from this too. So when I go to say goodbye to Neo Luna when she retires, basically just becomes a... People look after chocobos here. They're not like, hey, we're sending them to the glue factory or anything like that. No, they're looked after. Oh, no, Luna's a fair weather bird. Usually most of my birds have been basically stormy weather. That's when they basically prefer, they perform better. They go faster, they accelerate faster, take longer to get this, their endurance is higher, their stamina runs slower, their hunning's faster. That's what weather means. Right? So, I have this, which basically increase stamina recovery by 50%, and by the way, also restore 9% total stamina, which actually blocks off that. So it's actually 13 and a bit percent, but basically 13% stamina recovery, which isn't bad. All your cards, all these cards are ones I haven't found yet, and there is a few dozen stacks for them. 300 and this many. Right? And cards that you don't know, it'll tell you where to go and how to get them. Right? If you've seen something. Yeah. Okay. No, there's some random cards and packs and all the rest. Right? So, all your stats are here. Right, we have a Rowena Classic Club, which basically is going to pay out a bit more. We have a jackpot. We've purchased all the mini jackpots we can for the day. Almost got $1 million. Yay! We just blow it on more chocobo racing material to breed more and better chocobos for more chocobo racing stuff. Pretty much how we do. So, as we go things. So, anyway, I owed you a little bit longer for basically slacking off, not getting my thing in early. So, new chocobo races at the end. And it will be a bit of a duller thing for the next little... That was not happy. Maybe? Just dropped my friggin' switch on the ground. My chair caught the cord that it charges on. I have it near my computer at the moment. I don't have a capture card for it, so I can't show you any sort of Switch games. Pity. Yeah. Also, I'd bring the other elements over here, just basically plug it through and do it that way. But yeah, no, so I will have to put a poll on the site, on my page. I'll find out how to do that. That's going to be some fun. Anyway, the poll will basically go with a case of what do you wish to see played in the event of maintenance / game crashes. Because with the current way the queues are, if we get dropped from this, we're not making it back in time. We really aren't. So, who knows? Right? we'll put a poll up for it. We'll leave Warframe as the maintenance game for the moment, barring a change in poll, and the Crash game we will... I think we'll just run up some... I don't know. We'll play a single-player game should the game actually crash on us in the meantime. Right? Yeah, I think that'll work. Something. We'll find something. As I said, I'll put a poll up for 3 single-player games. And we'll just build a new save on each one. Go from there. If I was going to guess, I would have to put my... I've got 4 good single-player games, plus I also have this. So we're going to stick to RPGing elements type thing. I don't want to do the sort of Skyrim Fallout 4 routine, because Skyrim's fun, but honestly, I think everyone's seen Skyrim backwards and forwards and inside and out again. I've only broken the game I don't know how many dumb times. I'm tired of breaking it. But I suppose I'll add it to the list. Add Skyrim to it. Add this to it. Do you have any sort of dirty mods on them? Probably. Right? I don't know what mods I've got installed on them. I may have to do a clean install if I'm going to do that. Drop them out and put a clean install in, so it's just all vanilla. I think so. So, yeah, we'll just do vanilla on that, vanilla on this. Probably put Cyberpunk 2077 on the list. Or raw. Yeah, we'll add... no, that one's boring to watch. Bannerlord Mountain Blade isn't bad as long as someone's questing. The problem is that the questing is dumb from time to time. It really is. The actual better way to do it is to basically act like an idiot trader. If I'm going to do that, I may as well do X4 on the list. Foundations. Which I haven't touched for yonks, so that one's pretty much a fresh playthrough. So we'll come up with a list. We'll find all the single-player games that we can do. No, we weren't going to throw like Minecraft or that on there. That's derp. So, anywho, I think that shall do it for the night, my dudes. We will have to, as I said, I'll come up with a poll point, throw the poll on. And until then, until that point in time, we'll have to wait to see what happens. So, until the next time, I ask you to tune in at the same time, for the same channel, for the same fun and adventure. Until then, laters.